Hello everyone. Today we will be discussing a very interesting configuration in geometry. So a configuration, let me write that down, in geometry. Once you are into mathematical Olympiad problem solving, you will realize that there are so many theorems out there, and it's very hard to remember each of those theorems individually. But what you can do is that remember those theorems in connection with each other. So one configuration or one connected learning can be Pythagoras theorem, Apollonius theorem, and Stewart's theorem. And of course, you do not learn these theorems just as theorems. You learn them in the context of some problem. So maybe I'll come back and make a separate video on this particular configuration or this particular setup, and we will do it with a problem. But today I want to talk about a different configuration. This particular configuration is related to circles. So let me show you the setup. Here is the setup. You start with two circles. One of them may be smaller, the other one is probably a little bit larger. And you mark the center of both of these circles, O1 and O2. And you mark the 2 points of intersection, A and B. Then you draw a third circle. This third circle is passing through the two centers and A. I mean, it could have passed through B as well. It's a symmetric picture. So A, O1 and O2. This is a very popular configuration among problem makers. In fact, right at this moment, I can remember an INMO problem, I think from INMO 2018, where this particular configuration came up. So you learn this configuration in the context of a problem, only then it comes to life. That's why Chinta classes are all problem driven in nature. You start with a problem, and then you go into the underlying concepts. That's what makes the concepts alive. Okay, but coming back to this, what can you prove about this configuration? There are plenty of things actually, but I will go into only one of them. Show that there are certain collinear lines. For example, let's call this point C and this one as D. Can you show that CBO2 lie on the same straight line? Maybe I can draw it in a thinner line. CBO2. CBO2 lie on the same straight line, and DBO1 also lie on the same straight line. Can you show that? DBO1. Before we proceed further, let me say a little bit about Chinta. Cheenta.com is a center for mathematical sciences. We teach mathematical Olympiad programs, physics Olympiad programs, informatics Olympiad programs, and research projects for school students and college students. If you want to learn more about Cheenta.com, you can check the link in the description. If you like and subscribe, that helps us to create more videos like this. Thank you. So the first thing you realize is that this particular line AB, if you join it, in fact, I will do as much as extending this line like this, like with a dotted black line. This line, it will not be relevant for this particular problem, but this line is a very important line. Friends, if you want to solve nice geometry problems about circles, this line can be extremely useful in many of them. This is known as the radical axis. Let me write it separately. It's known as the radical axis. So this line has many beautiful properties. The main property that is useful in many problems is that points of this line have equal power with respect to two of the circles. So if you know power of a point, then you know what I'm talking about. Maybe in a different video I will speak more on this. But whenever you see two circles intersecting, one thing that you can immediately do is to connect the line, the radical axis. It will almost always be useful. Okay, now coming back to this, there is a very interesting angle bisector hidden in this particular picture, and that is this one. You join AO2 and AO1, and of course BO2 and BO1 is already joined. We still don't know whether this is a straight line. I just joined the points BO2 and BO1, and I joined AO2 and AO1. My first claim is that O1 O2 bisects this angle. O1 O2 bisects angle AO2B. O1 O2 bisects angle AO2B, and of course angle AO1B and angle AO1B. In the comment section, can you tell me why that is true? This is a very simple triangle congruence kind of a argument. So you should be able to tell me why it is true that these two angles are equal. Okay, now if this angle is theta, if this angle is theta, if this angle is theta, then can you tell me what this angle is? This particular angle is. And by the form of angle chasing, by just chasing the angle around, can you show that these two angles together form 180 degree? I'll give you one more clue. What you have to do is you have to join this line segment CO1 like this and join AC. So again, connected learning. You have to use the fact that there is a circle round here and this forms a cyclic quadrilateral. Well, these 4 points are on the circle. We still don't know whether C, B and BO2 are on the same straight line. We don't know that. But we know that these 4 points are on the circle. So you can use that these two angles are equal, and then using angle chasing, maybe you can show that these two angles add up to 180 degree. Can you give me a detailed argument in the chat section of this comment section of this particular video? And I will review it and I'll get back to you on it. 2022 has been a really great year for Chinta programs, especially the one for mathematical Olympiads. Six of our students went into the top 628 in IOQM, the first level of Math Olympiad in India. Lakhs of students participated in it. So we are really excited about 2023, and we hope that the result will be much improved as well. One of the key reasons for the success of the students is problem solving sessions which happen 5 times every week. So apart from the concept classes and homework classes, there are 5 problem solving sessions happening every week as of now, and these are extremely vital to the success of the students. Of course, they do not happen for all batches. For some batches they happen, especially the ones which are really advanced. So if you are enrolled in a Chinta program, I strongly recommend that you go through the problem solving sessions and you attend them regularly. And in the meantime, also do the books recommended in the class and the problems recommended in the class. Consistency is a key. All right. Okay, I'll see you in the next video with more geometry, number theory, or combinatorics or algebra. Until then, goodbye and thank you for watching this video.